gonna put, user, user signs up. So basically with this task flow, it's what you're gonna be actually drawing on the wireframe part. So we're gonna go through this task flow. You don't have to fill in all the squares. You don't have to do all the squares. It could be a super simple task flow. Basically, we want to account for everything that we want to account for everything that the actual people who, did the challenge was talking about. The goals, right? We need to be able to hit all these goals. Usually, they need to be able to search for a group, join a group, get notified when a group is being getting tip/pay. So as long as we have those 4 core things, we are doing great. So user signs up. He signs up with, we're gonna put signs up with location, because that's important. Job title, that's important. Age, that's important. And then I think we could leave it at that. Sign up with location, job title, and pretty much their age. Basically everything that you could probably grab from LinkedIn or Facebook. They sign in. They sign in. Oh, we can put maybe their interest, right? So based on the information that they put in here, we're gonna serve them up particular cards. We're gonna show cards of events in there. Also interest. We can put willing to distance willing to drive. Just in case we get somebody who's willing to drive an hour. Drive. Distance willing to drive. Okay, we're gonna show them cards. We're gonna show them cards of events. We're gonna show them cards of events based on everything I just mentioned before in the beginning, based on actually time too. So time it didn't put time in there. Based on interest, location is the big one. And basically we're gonna show them cards based on interest, location, and distance. So that's where they can kind of like swipe and see which one they want to go to. After they swipe, so that's them. So when they swipe, that's them joining the group. So they can swipe to join, they can swipe not to join. Because that's what's going to be SWIP. Swipe to join or swipe to not join. I know it's a little bit of a cop out doing the whole Tinder thing, but you get the idea of what I'm trying to achieve here. So don't judge me on this one. All right, so they can search for. They can also search for a group if they don't want to do that. They're gonna have a search bar at the top too, and they can also search for a group, but then their location, and they will also get another list of cards they can swipe. All right, so that's in joining a group. And then once they join the group, they get notified. Why is Alexa talking to me? Alexa, stop. I don't even think I told her to talk. Anyways, after they join a group and they get notified, they're going to get notified that they have been accepted to the group. Okay, they get notified they've been accepted. Okay, great. And then the next one is they can go see a list of the groups they joined, right? They can see a list of the groups they joined. And from that list, they can see when groups are meeting, right? So they can see the list of their groups, they can see when those groups are meeting, etc., etc. When they see the list of their groups, they can click to go to meeting. So basically, we're going to show them a list of the groups that they are in, the list of the groups the times and when they're meeting, and then say, are you going? And then we're going to say, are you going? Yes or no. Yes or no. Yes or no. And then if they say yes, we confirm and add that to their calendar so they don't forget. Spelling is horrible. So they click yes, we're gonna confirm and add it to the calendar. If they click no, we will gray out the actual event. So we'll gray it out. We won't completely remove it just they want to come back and do it just because they want to come back. We'll just have it grayed out, but they can click on yes and they can come back and open it up. And then once they join the group, they get notified that the group is meeting, et cetera, et cetera. They get a calendar deal. They go to the event. They have a good time. And then 15 minutes before time ends for the group meeting, they will get a message from the app asking how was it. So this is like as they're having fun, having a good time, they're going to be rating, not like waiting till they get home and forgetting. We're going to do it right there. So everybody's going to get, basically you're going to see a bunch of heads go down like this. Basically everybody at the event is going to get a message and everybody's going to do this. It's going to be so funny. It's like getting an Amber Alert. Like, oh, everybody gets an Amber Alert. It's kind of interesting. To get that, how's it going? They would rate and then tip right there. They can do a, we're going to have predefined tips and custom. And that's my flow. That's pretty much it. All right, so I feel good about this flow. So basically what I do now is, this is where the fun part comes in. This is where having one of these tablets, this is my welcome tablet. This is where this one comes into play really well, where you have this, you can really draw these screens. And so I just want to pause here for a second and just talk about something really, really quick, something that I've noticed when a lot of people kind of do these challenges. They really, really, really get hung up on trying to draw like the best and the cleanest and the most beautifulest wireframe ever with a mouse. I'm here to say that drawing with the mouse is tough. It is tough drawing with the mouse. I'm not gonna lie. So with that, when you try to draw with the mouse, you need to not be as meticulous as you would be if you're like designing with the screen. You gotta be quick, you gotta be dirty, you gotta be fast. And so this is what these sketches are gonna look like. I'm gonna click on this drawing tool here. Let me just zoom in real quick. I'm gonna actually do this because I have these here. I'm gonna take these, I'm gonna move these over here. A little technique too. I'm gonna say, okay, we have this. So the user needs to sign up. So I'm gonna fucking come in here. I'm gonna draw a screen. Oh my God, if I can draw straight. I cannot draw a straight line. Gee, really good. Oh my God, Eric. Actually, so I can draw. It's really hard to draw a straight line, this thing. Man, it is like wiggly woo over here. All right, let me just see if I can actually draw a straight line for real, because this is ridiculous. This video is brought to you by Springboard. Hey guys, if you have ever been wanting to make the transition from being graphic designer, teacher, I don't know, truck driver, whatever, to being a UX designer, you gotta try Springboard. You just have to try it. I did Springboard. That's how I got my start. That's how I made the transition. That's how I got things done. That's how I got my first job. Was I took the projects that I did in Springboard, put it on my portfolio, submitted that, and then I got a job interview. I'm not saying it's easy like that, but that's kind of how it happened for me. So if you guys are looking to make a career change and you want to switch over to user experience, data analytics, whatever the heck you want to do, Springboard has it for you. Springboard is pretty cool. They offer a mentor one-on-one, so you get to meet with a mentor once a week, which is pretty cool. I'm also a mentor at Springboard, so if you sign up, you might get me. Who knows? Also, they offer a job guarantee, which is pretty cool, meaning that if you don't get a job, 6 months after you get your certification or after you graduate, they will give your tuition back. They will give all that back, which is pretty cool. Also, because you are an Ugly Unicorns listener, you will get $1,000 off your course when you use my coupon code at checkout. It is Ugly Unicorns SB1000. That is UGLYUNICORNSSB1000. Yes, because you are Ugly Unicorns listener, you get $1,000 off your course. So go be a UX unicorn, go be an Ugly Unicorn, and sign up with Springboard. I'll see you there. Is there not another tool I can use besides this? Anyways, this is me attempting to draw a straight line. Actually, let me just, for the sake of this tool here, I'm gonna just draw me some horizontals because my horizontal line game is the worst. I'm gonna just do this real quick. Then I'm just gonna copy and paste. Right? I got my lines here. This is what you don't want to do, particularly in the challenge. So we got a box. Okay, now I'm gonna start drawing this. So user needs to sign up. Okay, great. We got this over here. We got this. We got the user to sign up. Actually, user signing up. We got this box here. We got this. Okay, great. This is gonna be their name. This is gonna be their password, etc., etc. This is gonna be something that they're interested in. It's gonna be interested in like their location, distance, and then there's a button here. Right? Okay, great. Then I'm gonna draw an arrow. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take this here, I'm gonna take this here, and I'm gonna copy and paste it, and I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna move it over here. Like, okay, great. This is my second screen. I will probably do this a few more times after I get the first one. Make a few more screens for myself. The fun part. Okay, great. I got a few more screens. Okay. Now they're going through in this, now the user's going to be served up like those cards. Here's a search bar here. We're going to put the search in here. Notice how quick and dirty I'm doing these. And these are going to be the cards that they're going to be having on here. They're going to be the cards. This is going to be the event picture, the event name, title, etc., etc. The stars for this group, the person who made the actual event. We can do this here. We can do button here. In this case, I don't understand. We can do join or no. I don't know which way Tinder swipes anymore. But yeah, they're gonna list of these cards like this. Here be a bunch of them, etc., etc. Boom. They get list of these cards. They can swipe back and forth. Yes or no. Yes or no. Okay, great. And they can also search up here. Search. Then boom. Once they do that, they're gonna get a quick notification. Actually, I'm gonna put a thing here. I'm gonna put an icon there, icon there. This is like settings. This can be like list, and this one could be like events upcoming. All right, so we got that, we got this, and we got this. We got our icons here. Great. We got our icons. Okay, great. So we're gonna get a notification saying you joined. Okay, great. They can keep swiping and swiping if they want. Let's say they're still on the screen swiping and all, doing all the doodad jazz. They're getting all that, and they're just getting notifications saying, you join. So this could be good or bad. If you keep swiping, you get a notification. But for this one, we're doing that. Okay, great. Let's say they're done swiping. Now they click on this. They can go in. They can see a list of basically. So with Figma Jam, you can make these lines, right? click on V, take this, and you can just copy. Oops. You just take this, click join like that, take it, and then just copy and paste it. So here's your list. Here's your list items, right? This just makes it quick and fast. So they're going to be able to go in. They can see the person. They can see the list name. Blah, blah. And I also want to put, yes, join. So these are going to be the yes or no's. Yes or no. Yes or no. Person, the title, all this other jazz. So yes or no. So for the sake of this flow, they're going to be like, yes, I want to go. They click yes, I want to go. They're going to get a message. We're going to get a calendar that says, add to calendar, whatever. This is what a calendar looks like. They get a message. You join, you offer to join, click the calendar. Yes. Okay, great. They go to the event. 15 minutes in. You got 15 minutes. I'm going to put a timer. Sense of urgency. Back to marketing, right? Put it here, put a timer there. That says, was the event good or bad? Do yes or no. We're gonna put yes at the bottom and then no at the top, because the reason why we put action items at the end of a reading cycle, because it makes it easier for a person to actually click in it. So if the main particular action item was yes, we want to put the yes at the bottom and not at the top. Because if the action item was the main action item is supposed to be yes, we don't want to put it up here, because the user has to go down, go to the bottom, and look back up. We want to be able to have the user kind of read all the way down. It's more of a psychology thing. That one was free. All right. So they're gonna get a rating, right? And then they get that rating, and then this will move out the way, and they're gonna get a tip thing with money. They can tip. That's super basic thing. And what they're gonna have to do is they're gonna have to add their banking information and credit card information beforehand, etc. Something we actually didn't cover here, but that's what they're gonna have to do. That's how they're gonna tip and pay. And so that's my flow. And so guys, as you're talking through the flow, as you're actually writing these, actually drawing these, look at these screens. They look horrible, right? But guess what? I got a job with these particular style of screens. Believe it or not, they were not beautiful, but the concept was there, the idea was there, and I sold the dream. And that's what it's all about. So as you're going through this, make sure you're selling the dream. Make sure that you kind of understand that you are basically drawing the flow here. So it's okay to take these and move these here and okay, I'm doing this, this, and this, but make sure that you're talking through this and you're kind of addressing the things addressing the goals that they had you accomplish, and then some of the needs and pain points that we collected from the beginning. And okay, I was like, with more time and more research, I would be able to, do more and more, et cetera, et cetera. Make sure you mention that. Make sure that if you have more time, you have more research, you'll be able to blah, 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 do all that stuff, right? And then one of the last things I'm going to do is I want to ask them how are we going to measure success with this tool? They're going to say, well, adoption will be adoption would be one of them, right? They would say more groups created, or revenue. So they hit a certain percentage, to hit a certain dollar amount, a percentage amount. That's going to help them with the measurement, help them see the success and the goal with this. And so, so the last thing was, how are you going to walk them through this particular mockup with actual dev? And so this is where you kind of have to be that collaborative person, right? They want to see can this person actually articulate their ideas and collaborate with the actual dev? So you're like, well, as I'm walking the dev through this, I would let them know basically I will walk them through the certain amount of steps that we have here, in a certain amount of screens and let them know like, hey, this is the kind of the starting point for this. You know, the actual user is going to come in, they're going to sign up with a few things. We're going to collect a few information we want to host in the back end, collect that we can serve up to actually have more relevant groups for them. I'll basically I'll walk them through the flow, et cetera, et cetera. And I would say this particular nuance here. I would definitely take notes, and I would just do annotations for the devs to help eliminate questions, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe do a prototype or some animations for them to help with particular micro interactions. Blah blah blah. Right. So that's something I would do. So as you're going through it, and this is pretty much it. This is pretty much all you do in this particular challenge, right? It's a long one. It's a lot, but it's definitely needed because this is what they're going to be using to help understand how you think. Do you actually have a process, and where are you going with all this, right? And so that's what you would do. So this is kind of how you would execute a whiteboard exercise with the Ugly Unicorns template. And if you guys are confused, you guys have any questions or comments, please hit me up in the chat, in the Patreon, or go to the Discord, ask me questions there. I can help you out with that. Or if you want to schedule a one-on-one with me, go to uglyunicorns.com. You can go there and book some time and put it on my calendar. Be more than happy to help you guys. And if you guys, put the promo code in the coupon area, and you'll get a discount with all that stuff. But definitely, if you have a question, hit me up in Patreon, or hit me up on the Discord if you need. But I really hope this kind of help you guys out to kind of see how to actually go through this whole process. As you can see, it could be chaotic, right? It could be really confusing if you don't have a plan, if you don't have a structure. So therefore, like, this really helps you stay structured and stay grounded and really have a process. And as you're going through it, you can kind of see like nothing was really out of place. Like nothing was really confusing to me. Nothing was really out of order because everything is like sort of linear. We ask our questions. We have them off to the side. We go through this whole process. We're treating it like a workshop. We're interacting with people. Like we're engaging the people who are there. We're asking them questions, et cetera, et cetera. And the only hard thing is with this whole thing right now is just being so many different people and trying to really do it. It's hard to do without another person here. So that's the only thing. But guys, I really appreciate you for watching the video. Like I said before, if you have any questions, hit me up in the chat. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. But that's basically what you would do with this particular framework, with this whiteboard challenge. In the next video, I'm going to show you what interviewers are actually looking for when you go through this exercise. Like, what are some questions that they're asking themselves that will really help them be able to gauge if you're a really good candidate for this particular job, or you're a good UX designer. So I'm going to be doing that video next, and stay tuned. Watch that one. This video is a little long, I know, but typically whiteboard challenges are very long. And so having to go through this whole process was really tricky, but I think you guys could really do this. As long as you follow along with what I just did here, you're going to be pretty good. The main important thing about this whole thing is collecting the user information. This is the most important part of the whole thing. And this, not necessarily these. These don't really matter. These wireframes don't really matter. As long as you can show that you are able to collect user data and use that user information for your designs, that's what is important. Can you collect data? Do you understand the user? And how does the user information and feedback really help with creating your design work? So that's what people are really looking for. But I'm going to be doing a whole video on like the sort of questions that they're asking themselves to assess whether or not you're a good candidate for the position. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys for following along in this video. Thank you so much. And stay tuned for more content on the Patreon, more exclusive content. Thank you guys for being patrons, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bye.